I bought a peaceful property outside town, 30 acres, with woods, a cabin, and a crystal-clear lake right in the middle. That lake wasn't just for fishing or kayaking, it was also connected to the town's main water supply system. A little-known fact, since the old deed included water rights that most folks had long forgotten about. Of course, the HOA didn't care about facts. From the start, they hated that I didn't join their association. My land bordered their gated community, but I had zero interest in manicured lawns and $500 a month maintenance fees. Still, they couldn't resist sticking their noses into my business. The lake drove Karen, the HOA president, insane. She thought my weekend fishing trips were unsightly for her community. Her actual words? "Your lake view lowers our property values." It escalated when she demanded I drain it. When I laughed in her face, she took things further. One morning, I walked down to my dock and smelled it before I saw it. A thick chemical stench hung in the air. The water was cloudy, fish floating belly up along the shore. My stomach dropped. Someone had dumped poison into my lake. I didn't need to guess who. Cameras I'd installed near the dock caught it all. 2 HOA maintenance workers, in broad daylight, pouring industrial pesticides into the water. And behind them, Karen, holding her clipboard like she was supervising a construction project. I called the sheriff immediately. But here's the kicker. When the county's environmental inspector came out, he nearly fainted. Because my lake wasn't just my lake. It directly flowed into the underground reservoir that supplied the entire town's drinking water. Karen hadn't just poisoned my property. She'd poisoned the water supply for 7,000 residents. Within hours, the place was swarming with police, hazmat teams, and reporters. The county declared a public health emergency, issued a do not drink order, and started trucking in bottled water. The damage cleanup alone cost millions. Guess who they traced it back to? The HOA. The footage I provided was airtight, Karen orchestrating the whole thing. She tried to claim she thought it was weed killer for pond algae. But the labels on the barrels were clear. Toxic industrial chemicals banned for public use. The fallout was immediate. Lawsuits piled up against the HOA from every homeowner, the county, and even the state. Karen herself was arrested for reckless endangerment, environmental terrorism, and tampering with a public water supply. The irony? The HOA thought they were punishing me. Instead, they destroyed themselves. Insurance refused to cover them, and every board member either resigned or lawyered up. Their exclusive community is now infamous across the state. As for me, the county recognized my deed rights and formally reaffirmed my ownership of the water system. They even put me on contract to help oversee its protection. I got a fat paycheck, government funding to clean up my lake, and permanent leverage over the same people who tried to ruin me. Now, whenever Karen's old neighbors drive by my lake, they see the giant sign the county posted at the entrance. Water source protected by state law, trespassers prosecuted. I smile every time, knowing Karen thought she was queen of the HOA. Now she's just another criminal, sitting in jail, while I own the one thing they can't live without, their water.